roll up. This is the nemesis of so many of my students. And there's so many factors that are involved with the roll up. Ultimately, the roll up is meant for people that have like perfect proportion of their upper body and lower body sort of being equivalent. So if you have a longer torso, it's going to be really hard to come up. And then what's going on in your spine, the shape of your spine makes a big difference too. Do you have lordosis or kyphosis? Are you anterior tilted, posterior tilted? All of these things make a difference when you're doing the roll up. So when clients of mine can't get up or they're frustrated that they can't get up, it's not so much about core strength as it is body alignment, okay? So we're going to really dive deep into that today. Also, if you don't start the roll up in the right position, it's going to be really hard to roll up correctly. And if you're not rolling up correctly, then you're not building those deep core muscles, so you're not getting any stronger. And the key is we want you getting stronger so that it becomes easier to do, because the whole kind of point of the roll up is to get flexibility in the spine. And ultimately, that's what we want in our life. We want more suppleness in our spine so that we age gracefully, we're less compressed. That decompression really allows our body to have more energy and flow more efficiently. And that's what we want, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is show you what a proper roll-up looks like, because you may not even know what to look for, okay? So I'm gonna show you once and then break it down. So the first thing you do is reach the arms back behind you to get a good shoulder stretch. But as you do that, the pelvis is anchored, the ribs are anchored, and you feel very connected as you just let freedom happen in those shoulders. Then we pull the arms up towards the sky, and you anchor those shoulders down and inward, okay? So now we're stability, and then we're gonna start to pull the chin towards our belly button, and this is the challenging part of the roll-up. This is where I see either shoulders pushing you forward and the pelvis tucking, and that tuck helps to bring you up. And when that happens, you're not building the deep abdominal muscles, and that's what we want. That's what's going to build strength. That's what's going to sort of help change the shape of our spine and create more flexibility. Okay, so as we come up, what you're looking for is to not tuck the pelvis. So as you come up, anchor your sacrum, anchor it down, and really stretch those legs long. I want you to feel also as if you're pulling your inner thighs in towards each other to ignite the seat muscles. The seat muscles are going to pull together as well. So everything is sort of pulling inward. So let's see what that feels like. As we come up, we lengthen the legs, we anchor the sacrum. Keep opening up those hip flexors. Don't let them take over. So as we pull inward, anchor the sacrum, stretch the legs long, use your seat muscles, really lengthen. It changes that way up, right? It's a lot of core and then bringing you up, and you're not sort of compensating by that tuck or yanking of the shoulders. Then as you come over, so now you have everything engaged, squeezing inward. You're going to keep that. Just anchor the butt bones to find your vertical pelvis. Keep anchored as you just dive now your spine up and over. So you're not collapsing into it. Your legs aren't collapsing forward. It's your spine coming up and over your legs. So you still need to keep those seat bones pulling towards one another, and then you're just lifting the spine up and over, again, to create that flexibility. And then on the way down, the legs don't roll back with you. They squeeze, they reach, just like you did on the way up. Keep those hands lifted. Don't let them lower. And then you'll find your sort of neutral pelvis, keep it, reach the arms back behind you, and you're ready for another set. Now, how can we add more support for you in your roll-up? Because if you were at the Pilates studio, you would have a strap for your feet, you would have a weighted bar to help you lift and keep those shoulders stabilized. So how can we sort of help you when you're at home on your mat? So let's try some hand weights and see if it helps you. So find your lengthened position. So now the weights are going to be more of a challenge sort of down here, but on your way up, they can assist you, okay? So the weight can help bring that torso up. So we're going to anchor everything and reach those arms back behind us. And then we stretch the arms up, ignite the shoulders into their pockets. We're going to lift our head. Now here's that tough part, right? So what's happening in that pelvis? Anchor the sacrum, reach those legs long, pull everything inward, and then the weights will help assist us coming up as you take your body up and over, okay? And then we roll it back, stretch those legs long, and here they help us on the way down. So you can try that and see if that helps you at all. Now, as I said in the beginning, if you're not starting the roll up in the correct positioning, it's going to be really hard to get into those muscles that you need to. It's going to be really hard to build those deep core muscles if you're not starting correctly. So what's going on in your spine? Some of us have a larger low back arch. Some of us are flexed forward. We all have different things going in our spines, but the most common ones I see are the low back arch. Either it's too much or it's flat where there's hardly any mobility allowed. So let's put a little prop in there to help you either create more of a spinal arch or maybe to help plug it a little bit so that it's less severe. So if I put it behind my low back and I find sort of my neutral position, most likely it's going to help you find neutral pelvis a little bit easier. So try that here. We reach back, okay? So now you have something to palpate against, to give you feedback. So we're gonna lift, engage the shoulders. Now pull the head through those arms and notice what happens, right? It's really hard to tuck because you have that towel there to support you to help lift up from. And then on the way down, you can really draw the belly into that towel, okay? So that's one way of doing it. The next one is if you have sort of this flexed over position, okay? So you'll probably need a headrest and then you'll bring your towel and we'll do it long ways so that when we go over it, our upper back is over it, our upper spine, okay? And you're just gonna allow that to open your chest. And for those of you that are flexed forward most of the time, this can feel really good. Just maybe the first time you've ever felt really open. So notice what happens when you sort of get that chest and torso in alignment, the head then sort of yanks back and it can hold a lot of tension. So let's add a little pillow there and see how that makes you feel. And hopefully it alleviates some neck tension. And that's our goal, is to start tense-free, as tense-free as possible. So play with these props and see if you can create that. So here, we're gonna try it, okay? We reach back on an inhale, lift the arms up, exhale, flex. Now notice you have this prop now to help propel you up and over in that tough position, which may have been really difficult before to open. And then we go back, and then just by lying here, you're actually helping your spine as well. So if you do have that flexed over position, it can be just fine to just lie here every day for a few minutes and just get your spine to remember this feeling of being open, okay? So it's all creating this muscle memory. So I wanted you to see sort of just a couple of things that you could do to help you with the roll up. It's not necessarily a sort of a black and white thing. Play with it a little bit and see what feels good. And even if you think maybe you don't need the plug or the prop, I want you to try it anyway and see if it helps you, because ultimately we all want to build our deep core muscles, and the only way to do that is really feeling it in our body and creating sort of that neural pathway for your muscles to remember how to do it. So that when we take away the prop, if you eventually do, your body's going to remember how to do it correctly. It's going to remember how to feel those right muscles, and sort of it really makes it a lot easier to do that roll up. So again, play with it, see how you feel, use the comments below, and let me know if anything helped you. So thanks so much for watching this tutorial, and I have many more workouts, so just check through my channel and see whatever workouts you have that you want to give a try. And I also have live workouts that I do every week, so you can come join me live as well. All right, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Take care. Are you looking for more accountability or consistency in your workouts? Or maybe you'd like to be part of a community who also loves Pilates? If so, come join my live online classes. More information and signups at balancetothecore.com.